Hey, everybody, look, we're back 2 weeks in a row. We made it.
Wild. It's happening.
Nothing bad's happening anymore. Nick is still alive, don't worry, and D-Man isn't dead.
Yes.
He
I am alive.
he doesn't
I'm
look
good.
dead.
Yeah. I'm good. I'm living. I've been doing all right.
You look a little tired, a little frustrated.
A
What's
little
going
bit,
on?
but I'm not bad. No, nothing's going on actually, honestly. I mean, I was just chilling. Playing games, you know. Went to the gym today after work.
We started late because of this guy.
I thought the hunt was gonna be like 10 minutes. It ended up being 21. I got in a couple minutes. I got in before 9:30. I got in at like 28.
Yeah, that's why I set the time for 9:35 instead of 9:30. Because I had to debrief you.
See, there's your chat. There they are.
Yeah, okay, they're coming. Here they are. Hey, see, it's Flappy Paddles. Yes, that's what I'm gonna call Dave now. Flappy Paddles. So, hey there. Hey, it's Cody, John, Dave. All the regulars are here. Well, not all of them. Most of them. The important regulars. Don't say that to the other regulars. But hey there, guys. How's it going? Thank you for joining us. We are on episode 59. I wanted to say giggity, but we're 10 away from a giggity. So,
yep.
Yeah. So there's not been a lot of news, but there's been some important stuff today. So we'll get to that in a minute. But how you doing, D-Man? What you been playing?
I've been flopping. I've been playing Monster Hunter Wild since the update came out last Friday, and putting in a little time with that. I've also been focusing a little more time on making actual videos again, which I'm so happy to be doing.
I've seen that
as well, and
I've actually been watching them.
Hey,
Dave, thanks for that gifted membership. I appreciate that. Can I add that up here? Yes. Nice. All of a sudden, he just wanted to cut you off, D-Man. He's like, hey, D-Man, shush. Thanks, Dave, for giving that to whoever is here.
I got
Adam Breyer. You got one gifted.
And I've been playing a little bit of Pokemon Y on my 3DS as well, but yeah, at work mostly, but a little bit here or there at home. Just replaying. Well, I played X, so it's like replaying, but I got Y now, so I'm playing that after all these years because I'm like, oh, Legends ZA is at the end of the year. I kind of want to go revisit.
See, now we know what it's actually called instead of Pokemon ZA.
Yeah.
I kind of like being called ZA.
Yeah, I'll just call Pokemon Lasagna.
See, I was calling it Pokemon Pizza.
Pizza, yeah.
But now I want lasagna. I really like lasagna. But okay, so that's something that's more than what I've been playing. I've been playing Magic this week, an actual card game, a TCG in person, and playing Magic Gathering Arena. I've been playing that quite a bit more. Have I played anything on console? I'm thinking, have I played anything on console? Animal Crossing with my wife. Drink Dave with my wife. But I wasn't using the Flappy Paddles. That's his new drinking game, apparently. So every time I say Flappy Paddles or my wife, I'm going to make sure he gets drunk by the end of every episode. So, but there you go. Yeah, otherwise, like I was looking about everything that was coming up. I've been really been waiting for Oblivion Remaster that was supposed to drop the other day. And it didn't because it leaked. So I was told they didn't release it on the 3rd or the 4th, whatever day it was supposed to go. They didn't shadow drop it because it leaked. So now they're just sitting on it and they're going to release it this month. Just, it's going to be a shadow drop going boom. So that's really what I'm waiting for. I'm not playing anything else because as soon as I see that drop, I'm going to start streaming that during the day as part of what I was telling you about Logan's Lounge. That's going to be in it. So that's going to be an all day thing.
I'm waiting for Expedition 33. That comes out this month.
Yes. And Dave, make sure when you're steering that overhead crane to hit the flappy paddles because we know that's how you control it. Drink. So I hope you're keeping a tally of every time I say this. So when you get home, you just line up the shots and just shoot them all in one shot. That would be unhealthy. So yeah, about that, I'm thinking, what else has there been? No, nothing. I haven't been. I really haven't played much, just because I really haven't had the free time. This last week.
I mean, hey,
I
met Joe Hendry last weekend. That was cool.
Seriously?
Yeah. Did you not
say his name and he appears?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, he didn't appear.
Nope, he's not here. I wish I had a Joe Hendry action figure, and I would have. They need to make one for him. Well, a real one. I think they have the bendies.
I didn't get to talk to him much, though. Even though he had no line, though, I was able to just walk up to him and meet him. So that was cool.
Yeah, Joe Hendry had no line.
Yep.
He's like the biggest name right now.
He had no line, bro. I just walked up to him.
What con did you go to? The nobody's talking about this con?
There was some big lines. Like Trish Stratus and Lita were big lines. Jason Lee that I met, really awesome dude. He also had a pretty. His line wasn't super big. It was like average. Like, oh, wait 20 minutes or something, and you get to meet the guy, kind of thing.
I'm sorry. I don't know what they advertised to you. Is it a hair thing? Is it a thing? Maybe it's shampoo. We're just gonna say shampoo. Oh, but that's cool. I haven't been to a con since MegaCon.
The biggest lines were, well, I think they flip flopped the days between Sting and Bret Hart because the lines were so big for those guys. Because I didn't see Bret Hart. I'm assuming he was like for Sunday, and Saturday was Sting. Because those were the biggest line. Well, no, the biggest of all of them was the main character from is it Terrorizer? I never seen him. The creepy clown.
Terrifier.
Like the horror Terrifier.
That's funny because we're actually going to talk about that in a moment.
Okay.
After the next thing, because the article I have has something about that next, and I think that's kind of funny that you mentioned that. So.
Okay. Cool.
But that's cool. I haven't been to a con. Soon I'll be going to Epic Universe though.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I mean, my friends invited me, so I was like, I mean, yeah, I'll go. You know, I mean, I seen the guest list. I was like, there's some pretty cool, good names. I actually originally was thinking of meeting Trish Stratus, but I was just, when my buddies went to go wait for their photo ops with the Terrifier guy, I was just sitting down somewhere for a few, and Jason Lee's line was right there. I was originally just gonna be like, because it said online he wasn't taking photos, but then when I was there, he was taking photos with people, so I'm like, I'll get in line to take a photo with the guy, and then I seen the autographs and the pictures to get signed, and I'm like, oh, he's got them old skate photos of him in his prime skating. I got it. That is pretty signed. Cool. I was like, I gotta get one signed.
Thank you, John, for the $4.99. I am your favorite YouTube channel. I hope so. And yes, I've known John for, I don't know, we used to work together a long time ago, back in 20 teens. I don't even remember. I think it was 2012, was it? Wow. I don't know, but we worked together, and then we've still been, very few people do I still keep in contact with that I used to work with back in the day. Now, yeah. So if I still keep in contact with them, you know, you're actually my friend. So yeah, that sounds terrible. What is it? Yeah, 2011. There we go. Cody says, Logan, I am going to Epic Universe. Rest of America, I have enough saved. Politics, LOL, silly Billy. So yeah, I'm honestly looking forward to it.
It gets really hot in the summertime there, right? I'll be like
you, dying. Yeah, for me it's just another day in Florida.
Yeah, it'll probably be over 100, I imagine, if I go in like July.
Depends on the day, and it depends on the weather that came through. You could get it to where it's like 80 or 90. In the summer, it usually averages between upper 80s to upper 90s, but it depends. Like if it's been a rainy season, because we will get rainy summers.
Yeah,
you won't get that hot, but you're going to get humid. So it could be like 85, 88, which isn't terrible
Mhm.
here, but it's
Yeah.
going to be sticky because the humidity's really high. And then that's when you start to pour. Because, for example, what was it yesterday, day before, it got up into about 86 and it was just hot outside, but I wasn't sweating because the
Mhm.
humidity wasn't high. But it's funny because yesterday it rained. Last night it was in the low 60s here, which is strange for
It
Florida
snowed and was
to have that
20s
time.
this morning, and we're not allowed a spring here. We're not allowed spring. It's gonna go from 40 to 80
Well, we don't get
degrees in T minus a day come May or
well,
something.
we
It's
don't get
stupid.
spring
I
here.
hate
We
it.
just get summer and a few
Yes.
days of fall and winter sprinkled in there if we're lucky. And
I can't wait for warmer weather.
yes. Did you two work at Microsoft? Sort of, yes. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay, we haven't talked about that. I forgot that game was coming out.
I haven't even heard of it.
Oh, ouch. 8.5 out of 10. Oh,
Mm,
Dave. Hey,
okay.
everybody to each their own. It's I didn't like the art style. I hate that weird motion that it
Wait
does,
a
that
minute.
weird stuff.
Okay, I think I know what game you're talking about.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
that
okay, yeah.
it literally gives me a migraine. It's that type of animation they used in Spider-Verse and I can't watch it. It literally gives me a headache.
Dang.
So, but
Wow.
yeah, it's like the game's running at like 12 frames per second and they're doing it on
I mean,
purpose.
if you're playing
Yeah.
a game like that, I get that. I like the Spider-Verse movies though. I like the
Like
movies.
now the thing about the Spider-Verse movies, they have that weird animation, but
Yeah.
it also has the colors, like
Yeah.
the intense crazy colors, and it just get like the first one gave me such a migraine. I was like,
Dang.
I'm not even bother watching the second one. I don't care how good it is.
Oh.
I'm not walking out with a migraine.
Just watch a spoiler video on it or something.
Well, I know what happens. I know the story behind it.
Yeah.
It's just I couldn't
Yeah.
watch it because of
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, but c'est la vie. Whatever is what it is. But what okay they're going on. Okay, they're going on about that game in the chat. That's fine. So we have two major topics, and there's another one, the little third one I'm going to throw in there after the next one. But this one it's rather interesting. And you said when I brought it up before the podcast that you hadn't seen this before, had you?
What? Wait, seen what?
What we're the thing that I
Oh, yep,
showed you.
yep,
With it.
yep.
Okay,
Yeah, no.
so let me show you guys. This is Nike released GoldenEye 007 inspired sneakers, and they quickly sold out. Of course they did. All the scalpers gonna snatch them up.
Yep.
And it's funny because I don't really buy expensive sneakers. Um, I was telling D-Man earlier that I did get the Hey Dude Ninja Turtle ones, and they were $75. I got the Leonardo, and that's about as much as I will spend on a pair of shoes. It's to me that's quite a bit. Now there is another pair of Ninja Turtle sneakers put out by Puma, and those I think are 130. I was mulling over those 120, 130. I still haven't bought them. It's a lot for shoes for me, but these are sitting at 160, and I think that's quite a bit right there. So they're called the Nike Air Max 1 Low Poly Big Head mode. So what I think is pretty cool is right there. You see that? How it's got the life bar and the shield, which is actually my former
That's
watch
cool.
face. Yeah, so it's got the Bond has full health and full armor. Now they also came out with one for a pair of Donkey Kong, and I thought there was a link in here. No, there isn't. But there's a Donkey Kong inspired one of these, and it's actually furry. And then there was a Laura Croft one, I think, a while ago. But these are the latest ones. And I don't know if you guys can see it. It says rated by Nike, and it says E for everyone, I think. But I really like those. I thought that was a pretty cool thing. But I heard about it like a few days ago. And then now $160 sold out almost immediately. And man, would you pay $160 for a pair of these Nikes?
Nah, I'd never wear them.
Oh wait, Nikes are made in China, aren't they? Oh, this is
If they
gonna
are, oh,
suck for Nike.
yeah.
Oh well. Okay, so Dave says, "Hey dudes, rock," and then John says, "Hey dudes is awesome. I have a USA colors on the shoes." Yeah, I saw those. Now, though, when I was looking at those, I didn't realize that you're not supposed to tie them. And I'm like, why are the shoes loose? And I was trying to tie them, and I'm like, why are they hurting my feet? Why aren't the laces I didn't know that's the way you're supposed to wear them. I'm used to wearing sneakers like this that just tie like normal, and I'm trying to tie my shoes, and my wife is looking at me. She's like, maybe you're not supposed to tie them. I'm like, then why would they give them laces? I'm old. It's apparently it's a style. But you know what? I'm actually gonna look to see if I can pull those up. Here, let me no, no, I hate when I click the wrong button. And now it wants to bring up Streamlabs. No,
I
I
hate
can't
that.
do anything. And so I'm just sitting here because it's got my entire screen locked up. There we go. There we go. Let's see. Ninja Turtle. Hey, dude. Yeah, where's their website? Hey, dude. Zappa. Do they even have a website? Okay,
I don't.
here's the other one. I'm looking for the. Is it Hey Dudes or Hey Dude right here? There you go. Okay, yeah. Okay, we veered off a little bit, but I am going to remove this. Let us.
Why are you frozen?
Who? Me?
You. Yeah.
Oh, you know why? Because of what do you call it opening up?
Oh. Yep. Hi. Hello. Oh,
So,
he's back in.
look.
Yep. Hang on.
Yeah.
Loading. What?
Because I accidentally. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Because I accidentally opened Streamlabs, and then when I do that, it cuts off the camera feed.
Oh, yep, yep, yep.
So,
Oh no.
I'm probably gonna have to leave and come back for it to work.
Do it.
So,
as long as it's still live.
Yeah, you're gonna
Right?
be by yourself for a minute.
That's fine. That's fine. We're good. It's all good. I'll talk to chat. I still see his name. Okay, his name disappeared. All right, we're good. Hi, chat. Something about Transform. I mean, I like Transformers. It's cool. I don't have any collection, but like I do have on my desk. However, because I seen Transformers mentioned. I do.
There we go.
I do have these.
There we go.
Oh, he's back. That was fast.
Stupid, accidentally opening Streamlabs. Well, what was I talking about? What was I going on about? Okay, here we go. I remember. Here it is. So no, we don't want ads.
Am I lagging? Oh,
I don't think so. So here we go. There we go.
Oh, because you're robotic. Am I robotic?
No.
Oh, there we go. I see you. Okay, we're good. We're good. We are fine.
Okay. So
Mostly.
yeah, these were the Ninja Turtle shoes. They only had Leonardo and Michelangelo and then the white pizza ones. And I was like, no, thank you. White will get really dirty. So I bought the Leonardo.
Yep.
So it says big kids, but no, there's actually adult shoes. So I didn't want the pizza ones.
We are big kids. We are just big kids in adult bodies.
That's funny that it says size 12. Apparently you can't even buy mine online. You were only able to buy it in the outlet store. So I did get those. And that's why I'm wearing all Ninja Turtle stuff today.
What size shoe do you wear?
12.
Oh, okay. I wear 9.5s.
Oh, you got them baby feet.
That's not that little.
Well, you're like aren't you like 5'4" or something like that?
No, I'm 5'10".
That's still little short guy.
I'm not a 6-footer.
2 inches taller than you. I'm 6 feet and I wear size 12. Well, in dress shoes, if it makes you feel any better, 11.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, in all my Nikes and everything like that, depending on the sneaker, it's usually 12. So
And my oh my gosh, Dave.
Dave goes, "Is D-Man over 20 yet?" No.
No,
He was born in 2020. No, that would make you
20.
5.
That make me 5.
Well, you're about as well. Look at the baby face. You look like you're 5. Do you have any facial
Okay.
hair yet? Have you gone through
Yeah,
puberty?
dude, I'd still shave. Come on.
Have you gone through puberty yet? It doesn't sound like it.
Yes.
Are you trying to make your voice deeper? Yes.
No, I'm not.
People are like, these guys are stupid. I'm leaving. This is dumb. This isn't about video games. Why are they talking about shoes and puberty? They're supposed to be talking about Nintendo Switch. No, we're talking about shoes and puberty.
I mean, I guess I could be 21. People think I'm like 21, so.
Hey, I got carded the other day and I was like, thank you. Even though there's gray in my beard. And then she's like, I have to card everybody. I'm like, oh. I felt special for a little bit. Wow. There you go. You haven't shaved since 2021?
Whoa. Yeah, that's
No,
long
he's
beard.
trimmed. But
Yeah.
I haven't actually shaved my face since 2022, I think was the last time I clean shaved. So
Yeah,
this is the lowest I've been in almost 2 years.
Yeah, we don't need you baby face. It looks weird if we do you baby face.
Oh, thanks. You know that? You know what? Next week, clean
No,
No, I won't.
no.
No, it's scary. Yeah, so all right. We're done talking about shoes and beards and puberty that D-Man clearly hasn't gone through yet.
Clearly, obviously.
So we already know his haven't dropped yet because you could tell by his voice.
Of course, yeah.
So no facial hair. He doesn't even have eyebrows. Do you have eyebrows? Oh yeah, you do. Okay. I was like, did you shave your eyebrows too?
I would not shave my eyebrows. It's the lighting. It's the lighting, man.
They're going on about at Dave that Logan. Wait, what? I don't know what they're talking about, but okay. So yeah, do you want to get into the nerdy?
Out.
All right, Brian Jackson, thank you for being here. I'm glad that you're out. If you don't want to be here, appreciate
it. Okay.
So now we're going to talk about something that I know. As soon as I heard it, I sent the text to you and Nick. So if you guys didn't know that we have a of course you'd probably expect it, that the three of us have a group chat for the podcast. So I sent the information to them as soon as I saw it yesterday, or I should say heard it, because I was listening to, I think it was D-Day Cobra when it broke. And I was out running errands, and well, those blanket tariffs are gone. So no more, what was it, 25, 30%, whatever tariffs. Trump pulled it back and did the art of the deal, master when it comes to business. And he just went, nope, 10% blanket tariff, and everyone went, okay. And then Nintendo went, all right. And apparently, another thing that I heard today, there are over 1 million units already here in the States, with another few 100,000 off the coast waiting. I don't know how true it is.
I think you're right.
So there's already 1 million plus units that have already made landfall. I don't know when. I don't know how many more. It's one of those things where, you just get some information,
and it's still 2 months out too, which is awesome.
So apparently, what's expected is to have the stores littered with them within the first few weeks. So good. Even if they're sold out day one, they're going to be rolling in and rolling in and rolling in. Now, I do have an article from Engadget, but I will say take them with a grain of salt, if you will. Let's see, because Engadget have decided to show their politics, and I'm not a big fan when gaming sites decide to do that because then you get nonsense like Kotaku or Polygon. But here, at least we have some information right here that says Nintendo may sell the Switch 2 at a loss in the US due to tariffs. With harsher levies on hold, the company is reportedly ramping up shipments from Vietnam. We now know that Nintendo no longer manufactures their hardware in China. I think they stopped that a year or two ago. I read something about that a while back, and I remember they pulled out of China just because there was a lot of issues between Japan and China. So, with that, it looks like Nintendo is supposedly eating a, I want to say like a $50 um, price, like $50. That's what they're eating per unit because I don't think it says it here. Okay, here it is. Here it is. So it is. Still, with a 10% tariff, Nintendo may reluctantly eat that cost, even if that means losing money on each sale. We believe the Switch 2's bill of materials is around $400, meaning Nintendo would still be selling consoles at a loss in the US with the 10% tariff. But the loss would be something Nintendo would be able to absorb. Hideki Yasuda of Toyo Securities told Bloomberg. Sony is in a tougher situation as most of its PlayStation production is in China, and it may be forced to hike PS5 prices in the US in the near future. If the Switch 2 has about $400 worth of materials, that means Nintendo will also be taking a hit on a Japan only edition of the console in its home country. It's selling the variant for under $350. I don't think that really matters to us. But everything else here, it goes into just a little more detail about it, but it really doesn't pertain to our conversation. So, what do you think of that? And does that make Nintendo sound like the good guy? The hey, you know what? It's okay. We're going to eat this extra cost and pass the savings on to the customer, or do you think it's all just a bunch of hooey?
I mean, Nintendo's probably going to take a loss regardless with the console because of the price being higher than what was originally intended, or what we all thought. And people already are like, drop the price, drop the price, drop the price. So either way, I think that Nintendo's going to take some kind of loss because as I've told my friends and stuff, I believe the Switch 1 was lightning in a bottle.
Right.
Am I lagging? I don't know if you can hear me.
You're fine. You're fine. I can hear you.
Okay. Okay. All right. You're robotic. That's why. Okay. Anyways, I said Switch 1 was lightning in a bottle because we also had COVID we went through and all that. Animal Crossing came out at the perfect timing. Everyone had stimulus checks plus tax return money, you name it, all that. Combine all that together. People were buying Switches more than anything. And I don't think that's ever going to happen again. I really don't. I think Nintendo, the Switch 2, it'll sell, but it's not going to sell that crazy at launch. Holiday season, we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm curious to see what the sales numbers will be like within the first few days versus the Switch 1 in its first few days, and we'll be able to compare. We'll be able to compare and contrast the sales of everything.
Well, one thing I did hear was the reason why the Nintendo Switch was able to be so cheap at launch, because even with the inflation counter, I think it's only like an additional $60 more than what it was then compared to now. The materials that they used were significantly cheaper because they were older and lower in quality, if you will. Like that LCD screen was not as good as what they're using now. It was 720 compared to a 1080 HDR. You know, they're actually using high quality and, just better performing parts now, which are going to be more expensive. So those parts will actually be a little more future proof than the Switch as it is. So. But if that is the case, I think this is going to be a big boon for us here in the States. I don't think, I think pre-orders will sell out, but pre-orders will continue to open. But again, we're 2 months away. I think Nintendo is stocked and they're really not worried about pre-orders. They're just doing the pre-order thing in order to satiate the people that want them. But everything that it looks like Nintendo's going to have millions of units stateside for people to buy them. But again, there's a lot of people complaining about the price. So are we really going to see them sell out? What do you think?
Yeah, I'm really curious on that. I know I have a feeling that I wonder if they'll announce pre-order dates like next week. Makes me wonder.
I think it's going to be this, yeah, because they don't normally do it on Fridays. If they do, they'll drop an email or something, or a post on X that says pre-orders in the US open on this day, and it'll probably be next Tuesday. That's what I'm thinking.
Yep.
So
yeah, I think it'll be next week.
Dave is asking, and this is actually something too I think is a smart way to address. How do you two plan on getting one of these consoles? I'm hoping I can get one directly from Nintendo. I'm pretty sure that's what he meant. That's how I'm getting both of mine. I'm gonna make sure I get them through Nintendo because I keep tracking the email. I'm gonna get two, one for myself and one for my wife, Sir Flappy Paddles. I'm not gonna let that die, Dave. If they let me get two. Now, I do know there are stipulations when it comes to buying from Nintendo. You have to have an active Nintendo account with, I want to say it was 50 or more hours of logged in gameplay.
Yeah.
But I don't know how many games. There were all kinds of stipulations, so it's not like scalpers can just throw their bots in there and buy them. They can't. It's like, hey, you have to have a legit account. So otherwise,
I'm gonna try going with GameStop because I've never gone to a midnight release for a console before, so I'm gonna try going with my local GameStop. Hopefully, hopefully they have pre-orders because I'll go straight from work.
A console midnight release?
Not a console midnight release, no. Because when the Switch came out, I was hesitant because of the Wii U. So I was like, I wasn't getting it day one. I didn't get my Switch until Mario Odyssey came out, actually. Then I was like, okay, I got Breath of the Wild and I got Mario Odyssey to play. So I'll get a Switch, whatever. But I didn't get day one because I was like, I got a Wii U when it came out, and it was
we went to Walmart.
I was hesitant that Nintendo was just gonna drop the ball again, and I didn't know as much about gaming back when the Switch first came out. And PlayStation 5, and we already know what happened with PS5 and Series X. So
maybe.
It was impossible.
If they come out with different colors, yes.
Or upgrades.
Yeah, like new Switch. If they come out with a Switch 2 Lite, yes. I'm a sucker for Switch Lights, and I will definitely have a Switch 2 Lite.
It would probably hurt me, but if they make a new Smash, and they do a Smash console, I might want it.
See, a Zelda console, I will get a Zelda console, and it depends if they do.
And that'd be at least
it depends on the Pokemon.
Zelda would probably be at least 4 years anyway, because I imagine they'd wait till their next 3D Zelda game, like their next big, huge Zelda game to do one.
Well, they already have it in the works, and it's not going to be in the vein of.
And I can't believe next month's already been 2 years since Tears of the Kingdom came out. Let that sink in. 2 years already. Next month. Yep, that's real. Yeah. Yeah. So 3 to 4 more years and we'll get the new Zelda.
Oh my god, I was 39. I was still in my 30s when it came out.
It's okay. When the next Zelda comes out, I won't be in my 20s anymore.
Shut up, little baby boy with no facial hair. Go through puberty already. Oh, wow. That didn't make me feel old at all. Yeah, so I went to plenty of midnight releases. I worked. Let's see.
Did you work any of them?
Oh, yeah. I worked. Let's see. I worked the Xbox 360.
That's cool.
I worked the Best Buy was different. So the PS3 and the Wii, they didn't do midnight releases for. I actually went to the Wii midnight release because Best Buy wasn't doing one, so I got mine at my local. Was it EB or I don't know if it was GameStop. And let's see, before that I was working at GameStop, so that didn't count. I worked the Xbox One midnight release. I did not work Did I work the PS4? I do not remember. and all the other consoles I no longer worked retail. And the Wii U, we didn't have one. We just had them sitting there. Same thing with the PS3. They just sat there in big stacks. So, and I was working at Best Buy at both of those times, so we didn't not do one.
Wasn't as many gamers then either.
Oh, and I did the Xbox One X when I was working at Microsoft. Forgot about that.
I imagine a couple. I imagine the 360 one was huge. Like a lot.
The 360 one, I worked at an EB that on a 4th of July, I think it was a 4th of July or Labor Day, I don't remember which one, we had a 52-cent deposit. It was dead. The day was complete. Like there were days where we had made less than $100 at the EB I was at. And we had a lot of people in line for the 360 that night. I went home with a 360. So, but oh wow. Dave says, just noticed that Nick isn't here. I thought we switched to Thursday for him. We'll talk about that soon. So things, we were just talking with Dick. We're going to stay on Thursdays. Let's just put it this way. We're going to stay on Thursdays. So
he'll figure it out soon.
Yeah. Don't worry. We'll let you guys know. Make sure you, pay attention. That's it. That's all I can say. So, but yeah, I would like to see a midnight release for this one. I think the last one I went to was the Halo Infinite Xbox one, the Series X. But I don't know if Best Buy does it. I don't know how I feel about sitting outside again. But if I pre-order it, because what they're doing is the way Best Buy's doing it, you have to pre-order online and you can pick it up at midnight. So yeah, depending on how or where I can get the console, whether it's through Nintendo directly or through Best Buy, I will get it there. So
I'm just kind of hoping that my GameStop there's no issues because I would love to just like pay it off like every paycheck, throw some money at GameStop for my stuff, that way when I go and pick it up at midnight lunch, I don't have to pay very much, just pay it off gradually over the next couple months.
Yep.
Yeah, Nick.
I don't think Nick got pregnant. I don't think that's possible. Just saying. I know it's 2025 and people are stupid, but I don't think that's weird. Possible. But I really do. I do want to get mine midnight, but if I can secure it by getting it through Nintendo and it ships within a day or so, or it arrives that day, I'm okay with that. So I'm fine with that. I just want to get one. And like, I know we're getting two, one, like I said, one for myself and one for my wife, but my wife said, she already told me if we can only get one to begin with, I'm fine with it because, I need it for the channel of course. A lot of it's going to make a ton of videos and all that other good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
But she definitely does want one because Animal
Now,
Crossing.
Are you going to get both controllers, the GameCube and the Pro Controller?
Okay. So when it comes to that GameCube one, I've already done 2 videos addressing it because it bothers the crap out of me that the GameCube controller for Nintendo Switch Online is only compatible with GameCube controllers. I mean, with the GameCube Online.
Oh, yeah, I don't...
Okay, and I'm going to tell you, none of the articles say why, but remember, GameCube games require analog triggers, right?
Yeah.
So that GameCube controller must have analog triggers. Switch games do not support analog, so you're going to have a massive input delay between analog and digital. So that's probably one of the reasons why it isn't compatible. Same thing with Switch and Switch 2 games. So if you're trying to use like one of these third-party controllers that are not made for Switch but can work for Switch, you will see an issue there. Like I know that for a fact. I've seen it before, played them before. There is a latency issue when you are using an analog trigger. So that's just me because I know it has a C button on it.
I might just
get GameCube controller has a C button on it.
Might just get the Pro Controller then.
I'm gonna get both because they're controllers.
Yep.
So another thing is that Piranha Plant camera from Hori has a 420p resolution compared to the Switch one having 1080p.
Whoa! What?
Yes.
Yikes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
But
bad.
that makes sense because Nintendo wants you to buy theirs. Even though the Piranha
Yeah.
plant is officially licensed, they want you to buy theirs.
Yep.
And I was actually talking to Gabe about that, and I was like, you know what? I will probably buy both. I would. The only reason I'm going to do it when it comes to early stuff like this is for unboxing and hey, everybody,
Yeah.
should you buy kind of videos. You know how
Are
I
you getting
do.
Mario Kart physical?
It comes with the console, so no.
So no. So you're gonna get the bundle. Okay. Get it digital. I got you because I know you're a big physical guy too. That's why I was like,
Yeah,
most people I know are gonna get the $500 bundle instead, and I'd love to have Mario Kart physical, but no one else is really getting it
I
physical
want to
hardly. So I'm
save
like,
$30.
yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
So I'm actually going to, with this generation coming up. Yes, I'm a big physical guy, but if there is a price discrepancy between physical and digital, if they decide to do that, I'll go with the cheaper option just because I'm looking to play as much as I can for as
Yeah.
little as I can now. It's not
Mhm.
like I'm going to go willy nilly like I did with my Switch collection and just try to get everything I can. I'm not doing that anymore. So I just don't have the space. And there are other things that I'd rather spend my money on than just Switch games. So,
Yeah. Right.
yeah.
Definitely.
John goes, Logan needs a new room, so the bathroom or the backyard can. Wow. No, I just put a slab in the backyard and build a new room back there, and then just more video games. No, that I'm not gonna do. I've actually sold quite a few games. I've sold a lot of cards from Magic and stuff like that. I'm getting rid of a lot of stuff. I've just got a lot of stuff I just want to get rid of. I've just got too much stuff. So I'm at that point where
I get you.
I don't need it. If it's not serving me a purpose, I'm done with it. And I don't know, maybe it's because I'm getting older. I just don't care anymore. But like all this stuff behind me, I care about it. So I'm keeping that. If I
Mhm.
don't care for it, if it doesn't mean anything, there's no reason to keep it. Let's make some money, you know?
Yeah, I have a few things as well, but I don't need to like sell any of it anytime soon, But I mean, if I ever I'm like, oh, I could use a little money, I'll sell a few things here or there, that I don't like feel like I have a huge like
Yeah.
care about, So
Well, it's not like
in
I'm not hurting for money or anything. It's just
right,
like
right.
it's like I'm sitting on all kinds of stuff, and if I
Mm,
haven't seen it and haven't used it, what's the point? We can take that money and put it towards a
yeah.
vacation or something like that,
Hmm.
or stuff like that. Do some stuff. When you're a
Yeah.
homeowner, that always happens too. You always got something to fix.
Yep.
So
Oh,
no,
speaking of
no,
something really
John,
cool. Go
I
ahead.
am not swearing off physical games. I'm just buying less games. Less games.
Oh, speaking of something cool, so at my work, like it's been broken, a Miss Pac-Man arcade one-up in our office for months and months, and because we don't have the like correct joystick to fix it or whatever the heck, my boss said you can have it for $100. So
Whoa.
I'm probably gonna take it. $100 for an arcade one-up.
Yeah,
I'll fix
they're
it.
they're
I'll
not hard
fix
to
it, dude.
fix.
Yeah,
Have you
I'll
put
fix
one
it, dude.
together before?
I put one together, but I've never the whole piece is like out anyways already, like all
Hmm.
the boards and everything. So I mean, it's already taken
It's
apart. It's
very
just a matter of
simple.
getting the right stick and all that. Plus, my dad can help me if I need help, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah, you can actually look it up online and find a lot of those spots, those parts on Amazon or whatnot,
Yep.
and they're pretty easy to fix as long as the screen with the board, the motherboard, is fine.
Yep.
Everything else is pretty easy. Like I'm sure even if you don't know how to do it, you can find a YouTube video and get it done like that.
Yeah,
So
I just got to order the right joystick. If the one that he ordered, apparently it doesn't work, it's the wrong one. But I feel like there's a way to figure it out to solder
right.
and get it in there somehow. My dad has all kind. He's skilled in everything. So I mean,
Mhm.
if I can't figure something out, he'll figure it out somehow. $100 though for a Miss Pac-Man machine. It's got like 12 games in it too. So I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
that's worth it
So,
for $100.
yeah, compared to what I paid for my units because I have the Turtles in Time
They're
one.
like 500.
The
Yeah.
not the one that has Turtles in
Oh,
Time
that one. That one's
and
like 600 or
the
something.
art. Well, when I got it, it was 400.
Four.
Now
Okay. Yeah.
they sell them
They're
all
more.
in bundles, so I had to buy the. Did it come with the riser? I think it came with the riser, but not with the stool. I had to buy the stool separately, but it's
Mhm.
the one that looks like the Turtles 2 arcade game.
Yep.
that cabinet, and it's got Turtles 2 and Turtles in Time. And then I have X-Men that has Captain America and the Avengers and Children of the No. It has a weird Marvel fighting game that I never knew of, and Simpsons and with the Simpsons bowling. So I
have the Mortal Kombat 1 through 3 one, which that I got for 300. Cool. I got that one only for 300, and then I have the 40th anniversary Pac-Man one, which I got that for 500, and then I got the Marvel vs. Capcom one they made for 500.
Okay. So, see, I wanted that one, but I couldn't find it anywhere, and I had just dropped. Like, my wife had got me the Simpsons one for Christmas, and then like the day after Christmas bought me the X-Men one. I was like, okay. And I think I don't remember what year, but I also got the tabletop Street Fighter 2 one that only has one arcade stick. It's the one that's behind me in all my videos. It's only got the one, but you can connect a USB controller and play, and it's got, I think, like a dozen games on there as well, Capcom games. So, but that's not a full standy. That's one of those like you would see in a bar back in the day.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I want to hit another arcade. I haven't been to one in a while.
Now that's one thing. I think you mentioned something like that. I forget, but when you come down here to go to Epic Universe, there's some pretty cool barcades. There's one called Arcade Monsters. It's right next to Universal. They opened one there. And then there's another one that's called Player One. No children allowed in Player One. And that one's kind of eh.
Yeah, I told my mom, I said, even if my buddies only stay like 3 or 4 days, I might stay about a week, give or take, down there, just because I'm like, I want to hang out with Logan too, and find some. He can show me some cool stuff and all that down there.
I'll take you to the game stores. I'll take you to the arcades. I'll take you to all the nerd stuff we got down here. So
yeah, be freaking sweet. Yeah, that's why I said I don't mind going to like Universal Park or whatever, Orlando. Like the parks were like. For like a 3-day pass or whatever, that's fine. And then after that, I'll have fun the rest of the week doing everything else for a few days.
So yeah, for Universal, for regular Universal, they're doing the passes. But from my understanding, Epic Universe is a 1-day thing.
That's I think what I heard too. Yep.
So
which I only want for World of Nintendo, so that's okay.
I got mine, and I'm going to be streaming from the park.
Yeah.
Through pretty much the Nintendo section. And I'm going to post videos from it. I am, of all days, I found out I'm going Friday the 13th.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I am going to be streaming from the park. I don't know how long. It could be a 30-minute stream, could be an hour stream. I don't know. But from the Nintendo area. So that's where I'm going to do it. Otherwise, I will record stuff and make a video as well. Oh yes, that is true, Retro Lad. I heard that Universal Theme Park finally in the UK in 2031. So I'm gonna be in my 60s. No, that's what 6 years from now. No, I'll be close. I'll be close to 50. I'll be 47. So, oh my God, I'm old. I'm ancient.
Hey man. I say it this way, man. Life is a gift. A lot of people don't live. Some people die young, and it's very unfortunate and stuff. For us to still be here, to live even above 50, like that's a gift.
See, well, there you go. Dave will be older than I will. He will be 58 at the time. So
wow,
there you go. Wow. Well, happy early birthday, Dave. Happy 52nd.
I tell people sometimes, I'm like, I'll be lucky to live till 70 or 80, like 80 years old. Like that. See, that's a good life.
Like one thing I was actually talking to my wife about. I think we're on the side quest part now, so we'll officially say that because we're talking about Epic Universe and now age. But one thing I need to get back into better shape. Both of us are looking at, especially with the stuff that's been going on health-wise for the last few years with each of us. I want to live another 40 years, not another 20 years. I want to live till I'm 80. So I want to be 80 just sitting in a chair playing, Nintendo Switch 37, whatever it is.
PlayStation 8 or 9.
The PlayStation 59. PlayStation 69, giggity.
Hopefully gaming is still completely relevant and it's not just crappy games.
Yeah, hopefully they don't say the only way to play video games is get a Neuralink. I'm like, give me my Nintendo 64.
Yeah. Yep.
Still be playing it. Yeah. But when you do come down to Epic Universe, I am looking forward to that. Did you say you're doing July?
We're shooting for it. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay.
As of right now, nothing's locked in or set in stone for when we're gonna go yet. Right now, PAX East is my focus first. Obviously, I still got to buy a plane ticket. I'm waiting on my buddy. He said next Friday that we'll both like that way we both like find each other easy, like go about the same time, you know.
Okay.
Because he's from New York. But that first, then come like mid to late June, we'll start planning when we're how and when we're doing all that, you know, me and the like 3 people going or something.
Okay, now when you go to Epic Universe, you're going with friends or family?
Friends.
Okay, so depending on what my wife says, I might be able to join you. So, because we don't know about the schedule, but that would be a cool thing. I wouldn't mind. What? Why? Why? You are correct. That last part of that, Dave just said. It's on the screen. God. Just pre-ordered The Last of Us Part 1 and Part 2. Ugh, I am not a smart man. At $109, no, good sir. You could buy the pre-owned ones because it's nothing new. It's the same pre-owned. It's the same old games.
Cancel it and go get the pre-owned ones.
Yes.
Whether you like, I don't care if
they're all wrecking them. They're all wrecking them.
Dude,
you know what? You deserve it, Dave. He just said he had.
He must really love the Last of Us games, even the second one. I don't know.
I don't know anybody that likes the second one.
I have an Ellie statue in there on the top from Last of Us Part 2. I got that collector's edition of that game. I committed, but I don't really.
You bought it before you knew.
Yeah, I played it through. It was okay. I don't completely hate it, but I don't love it. So I mean.
What? Dave is trolling. No way. No way. Trolling.
Not even a mega fan of the second game can say it's better than the first game. Not even someone who loves the second game like a lot will say it's better than the first game. The first game was a masterpiece.
In all honesty, I haven't met anyone that's liked the second one.
I have.
I didn't play the first one. I watched a streamer play it back in the day on Twitch. His name was Retro Gaiden. I watched him play it. And I was like, okay, cool. So, oh wow.
I mean, I liked aspects of it, but it's just the story.
John's taking a bit of a shot right there. Wow.
I never played either one.
No, but they've got pretty rough reviews. So, yeah.
Yep. Titanfall 3 will unfortunately.
Wow, he's trolling. He's trolling. You got to be a troll. There's no way. No way.
He is trolling. He absolutely is. The thing is like there's so many ways. I had so many ideas in my head on how you could have done the story better, even if you were still going to kill Joel. Like they could have waited till like the halfway through or something and did a big twist or something that would have made the story so much like better. If you were going to kill Joel, he needed to be in it longer.
Dave says he's not trolling. Now, anyone who says they're not trolling is trolling. Okay, so we know he's trolling. So, but
spoiler alert.
I'm thinking, what was the last game you bought?
Me? Monster Hunter. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Nothing else has come out yet until Expedition 33.
I think I got, what is it? Dead or Alive Extreme, Venus something, Prism, whatever. That was the last one I bought. So I'm like, what else? No, I really haven't been buying anything.
I'm really hoping Nintendo is at PAX East, but they don't usually announce it till a couple weeks before, like 2 to 3 weeks before, because that's what they did with PAX West last year, apparently.
But remember, they're doing the Nintendo thing, where they're doing across the world. With the different events.
True.
So I don't know if they'll show up at PAX
I hope, because I mean, don't get me wrong, there's like creators there and fun stuff going on and all that and exploring the area and stuff. But like I don't know if there's really any games outside of Nintendo, if they're there, that I will want to play there. I don't know. I don't know yet.
Okay. This is funny because I do know Titanfall 3 is coming out.
Yeah.
I hope EA doesn't mess up on Titanfall 3 like Mass Effect and others. And then Dave goes, Titanfall will not be coming out, John. Sorry. Love the second one. Titanfall 3 is actually coming out.
The second game had a good story mode, even though it was short. But the third game, they're going to screw everything up.
There is a 3 coming out. Yes.
EA is garbage these EA is garbage these days. Ubisoft is garbage these days.
Ubisoft is dead.
Who else is garbage these days?
Yes.
I hate to say Xbox, but they kind of
Microsoft is. They've screwed up all their franchises. They have not released a good game. Indiana Jones was decent. And I haven't played that, but I know plenty of people who have, and they said they didn't screw it up. It could have been better, but they didn't screw it up.
Capcom is amazing. Square Enix is pretty good.
Depends on what Square Enix games and what years you're talking about. Did you ever play Forspoken? That was trash.
I didn't play it. Oh, you're right. So they're kind of up and down.
Oh yeah, they put out some pretty awful games.
They have.
Yeah.
You're right. They've come.
And what about Avengers? Did you play Avengers?
You're right.
I put too much time into that game, and it sucked the entire way. That was awful. I was really upset. But Guardians wasn't bad. Guardians was good.
It has been 3 years since Kingdom Hearts 4 was announced. I kind of think it doesn't exist.
Oh my God, yes it has. Oh, but remember Kingdom Hearts 3. How many years was that from announcement to release?
6 years.
Oh yeah, WB Games. WB Games. Oh, they got rid of Monolith. They got rid of how many studios are they? WB Montreal.
Half of the gaming industry is garbage at this point. Like I don't understand. It's so
did you hear that they canceled the DLC for Hogwarts Legacy because it was Rocksteady working on it?
That's crazy.
Rocksteady has the people that they allowed to run Rocksteady have destroyed that studio. They've destroyed DC. Well, DC's gone the way of the dump fire, but the gaming division, I'm hoping the new Superman movie isn't going to suck, but I'm not 100% on that.
I gotta say, I don't understand. Have a dang whoever was in charge of that Suicide Squad game. I question their brain because
they didn't have one.
Avengers happened. Did you not understand how that went?
Exactly.
What?
So, well, Dave did say something here, and he's right. Space Marine was freaking fantastic. Split Fiction, I did buy, but I haven't played it. I bought it for my wife.
I gotta play It Takes Two first. I have it.
That's one we tried to. Did we try to play it? No, it was Unraveled. Unraveled 2. That was a really good game. I don't think Split Fiction will be game of the year.
It's got competition. It Takes Two didn't have much competition when it came out. We got
Monster Hunter.
We got Doom of the Dark Ages. We got Donkey Kong, which actually might be up for game of the year now, because Mario Odyssey was. Donkey Kong Bonanza might be. If
GTA comes out, I'm sorry, everything's done. It's a wash.
Yep,
GTA will be game of the year. Doesn't matter how bad it is. GTA's game of the year, hands down.
Oh yeah,
but again, it's like who's doing the awards. If you're talking about the game awards, it doesn't matter because it's all just a shit show. It's we have the real game awards. So
and we got Ninja Gaiden 4 coming this year too, which I hope is really good.
Yep, that's going to be up there.
That could be pretty good as well. Death Stranding 2. Well, we don't know. PlayStation hasn't done anything. Yeah,
and right now, I'm going to reference the article that we made. Sony's been quiet because they've really got themselves in a deep thing. Let's ignore Nintendo and their little debacle with the Switch 2 announcement. But Sony ended up closing, I don't know how many studios. They fired a ton of people. They got rid of their CEO. They moved it back to Japan because all their games were losing money. Nobody liked Concord. Concord was a flipping disaster.
I thought that was game of the year.
They lost over $400 million. Like, they're like, all right, we're done. We are completely done. No more Western developed games. They are completely done. So they're kind of pulling everything back. They've canceled game after game after game after game. And now the fact that they make their stuff in China, we're going to see consoles go up in price. Like, and when you're not going to be able to get a PlayStation for $500. Easily, and when PlayStation's going to be $600.
And when was Wolverine announced? 3 years ago? 3 years ago?
They said Insomniac's social media, I can't remember if it was X or Instagram, but they were like, stop asking us about it. Because you know what's happened. They probably went, oh, wow, this game's going to flop. Like Spider-Man 2 was technically a flop compared to the first one.
Technically,
it did not sell.
And I like Spider-Man 2 as well, but no one likes it more than the first game. The first game is a masterpiece. It's everything.
I finally went back and finished the first one.
I still enjoy it.
I tried. I got like 3 or 4 hours into the second one. I'm like, this thing's terrible.
I guess it's because it was more of the same.
No, it was actually worse. The menu systems were convoluted. They added a million different powers for all the characters. And then now you're switching back in between the two. I don't like that because you don't get enough time to really experience a character. So they're like, all right, you're liking the story, what you're here, switch. I'm like, what? That was and then you had to go with the Mary Jane missions again, which were annoying. I just got tired of that. And I was like, no. So but that was me. Yeah. Yes, Retro. A side quest that is forced agenda. Yes, I didn't even, once I heard about that, I know you can ignore it. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to bother with any of that nonsense. So, but John's right. We got, June is supposed to be a Gears E-Day. If that does come out this year,
June's going to be,
Gears.
Big.
I'm a pretty big Gears guy. So
I will. Gears.
If they announce a special edition for that, I'm going to be buying the whole big thing, statue, everything.
I think Gears will be good. I do. It's a prequel, so I have more confidence in it because Gears 5 did kind of suck. So I didn't mind 4.
Kind of suck. You're being nice.
I am being.
4 was all right. 4 was all right. I liked it. Was it as good as 1, 2, or 3? No. Was it better than Judgment? A little. But 5 was just trash. 5 was awful. I didn't like the open world. You didn't give a crap about the characters. They forced what's her name in there, and no one even give a crap whether she lived or died, and nobody cared. That was a problem. They didn't address the character arcs that they set up in 4. They just kind of poo-pooed on them to say, hey, care about these two characters. And you just couldn't. It was, even after beating the game, I was like, I don't care which one lives or dies.
Did was it Dom, or who was it that died? And was it in 2 or 3? Crap!
My favorite character. Dom was my favorite character.
Yeah, was that the second? Or the
literally,
third
it was the third. I literally,
the third's a masterpiece, dude.
Through my controller, and my headset was connected, and I was playing with my buddy Rizzo. And I could hear him go, dude, are you okay? Are you like, he knows like,
Dom like when the music plays too. And like when the music starts kicking in. Oh man. Like I never played those games till the Xbox One because I never grew up with the Xbox like that. And then when I played them,
really,
I realized how good they
were. We're 6 games in. It's not a spoiler alert. If you haven't beat Gears of War 1, 2, and 3 by now, what are you doing?
No kidding.
So they're coming out with the collection for PlayStation 5, supposedly. And same thing with Halo. You know I'm going to buy them again for PS5 just to play through them again. And then just get the trophies for them on the PlayStation.
What if both are on Switch too as well? Are you going to buy them again?
Yes.
I think I might wait because I feel like when they'll announce them, I wonder if they'll just announce them first for PS5 or first for Switch. I wonder who's gonna
I don't
announce first.
know,
I want to play them
but I'm
portably.
such a big like the OG Halos and OG Gears games are two of my favorite franchises of all times.
They're so good.
So
That's what
I
made
will
me
buy them all again.
And I didn't grow up with those games because, like I said, my brothers and never had an Xbox. Some of my friends had a 360. My brothers they had PS3. So I didn't grow up like that with Xbox. I didn't get an Xbox till Xbox One, and I didn't get an Xbox One till like 2017, base one, and that was when I finally got to really play all those games. I mean, Halo, I had friends who had it, so of course I played Halo, but I never had an Xbox growing up, so I didn't get to play them all the way through all the story modes and stuff until Xbox One. So I mean, once I played through, it was like, yeah, I wasn't spoiled by stuff, but once I actually played them through, it was like, yeah, they're masterpieces.
Now, this is one thing I can also I can address. John goes, I hope that the Switch 2 doesn't run hot with Halo and Cyberpunk running on it.
Handheld, maybe.
Yes, handheld. I watched a couple of videos. I watched Marquise Brownlee. I watched Austin Evans. And who else did I watch? Somebody else. I can't remember, but those are the two I remember watching. And Austin Evans was saying it is warm. So if you're holding it, it is warm and it heats up pretty quickly, but not to the point that it'll cause problems because the battery life in handheld mode is only around 2 hours. So there's technically not enough battery life for it to burn up.
You're just going to need a portable charger. That's about it.
Or like, for me, I'll probably be keeping it docked mode unless I'm playing in bed, like before we'll watch a movie or something and I'm playing something like that. But usually I only play for about maybe an hour. So, and then I'll just plug it in or set it aside or redock it or something like that.
Yeah.
Yes. Tenchu would be so much better. Like, that's what we need. We need them to bring back old games from Japanese developers made by Japanese studios and have only Japanese people touch those games, and then we'll have really good games.
Yeah, like Monster Hunter. Japanese people
like Monster Hunter.
They know what they're doing. The Japanese just know how to make good video games, man. I tell you.
That is true. That's actually really true. If Cyberpunk, John says, if Cyberpunk runs well on Switch 2, then no excuses that Halo, Gears, and Starfield can't run on it.
Yep. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, supposedly Starfield's coming to the Switch too.
That's not surprising.
Didn't I send you guys those images?
Not at first. I don't think. Actually, you might have. You might have a while ago. But...
Dude, Bloody Roar! Imagine them bringing Bloody Roar back. Did you ever play Bloody Roar?
No.
Oh, they should bring it to the GameCube Switch Online. Oh, bring Bloody Roar Primal Fury. Yes. Oh, dude, if you haven't played, find a way to play Bloody Roar.
Got it.
Log on to it might be on PlayStation Plus financial burden level, whatever it's called. You might be able to play it there. I don't know. I do have it on my PS3 when they had the PS1 games that you could buy. So I do have the original Bloody Roar, but the GameCube version, woo, that's a game. That's a game right there. Do I have it? I might have it. Ooh. See, I'm burpy. Sorry, I'm drinking fizzy water.
It's fine. I think it's awesome. When I seen Pokemon XD and Coliseum on there on the list, because it's like those games are over $200, man. Like, oh, and the Fire Emblem game too is over $200. I look lost. Bloody Roar.
Because I was talking about games that were before he was born. Those came out in the early 2000s, and he's only.
I was alive. I was alive.
He's only about 8 years old. We've established that. 13, yeah. Fine. You're a teenager.
All right, fair enough.
You wish you were still no. I would never want to be a teenager these days.
Listen, man, I grew up with freaking PS2 and GameCube, and I played Tony Hawk and Need for Speed Underground and Super Mario Sunshine and Pokemon, all the Pokemon stuff on the Game Boys and all that. Just
PS2 came out in 2001. I remember getting mine in high school. I got mine September 8th, 2001. Do you want to do you want to know why that date sticks in my head?
Hmm.
What was 3 days later?
Uh, oh, okay.
And my friends and I were talking about it in class when it happened. I had just got my PS2. One of the other guys had got his, and we were literally talking about PS2 games. And I remember having that conversation when, boom, we just kept seeing it over and over and over and over and over and over.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird that I remember that day, but I will never forget. Like, I remember the entire September 11th, the entire day, like it was yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
I remember every moment of that day.
Oh,
But
I have no doubt.
yeah, how old were you in 2001?
I was 4.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I was that was my junior year. That was my junior year. Then no, that was my senior year. Because September 2001, graduate in June 2002. That was my senior year in high school. I am old.
Wow.
Oh wow, Retro Lad said he was 9 in 2001, and Dave was 40. No, okay. So John was 15, and I was in ROTC until 10th grade, early 11th grade, and then I resigned because drama. Let's put it this way. Drama, they had an issue with my skin color, and I said, all right, with that being the case,
Wow.
Audi 5000. Yeah, long story, don't want to get into it. But that was a interesting time to be playing video games too. And it's
Mm-hmm.
weird because I was after I graduated, I would go to Disney quite a bit, and I will tell you from about 2002 to 2010, going to Disney and Universal, it was like a walk in the park. When I
Oh,
literally
yeah.
mean that, there was nobody there.
Yeah. Because
So it
things
was
didn't start
insane.
getting crazy popular till after the MCU had started, till after like the
No.
like.
Nobody was traveling. Nobody was on planes.
Oh, are you talking about like? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep, that makes sense.
Nobody was going, like, there were points in time that I could stay at a Disney hotel for under $100. And even at that
Mhm.
time, in the I guess the late 2000s, that was still that was cheap for a Disney
Mhm.
hotel. So, but that was crazy. I think no, my first MegaCon wasn't until 2012, 2014, something like that. So, but yeah, but no, the first MCU movie was 2008, wasn't
Yeah.
Iron Man 2008? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yep. Hey, Watcher, how's it going? You joined us just in time for us to say we're done. No,
Yeah.
we did talk about all of our all the topics that we had planned, which were only 2. So you can always make sure you watch this afterwards as well, and hit that like button if you guys haven't done that already. Hit that like button. So I'm trying to think what else was around that time. You said you grew up with GameCube and PS2.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what was the first video game console that you ever played?
Console.
Yes.
Did we get the PS2 first? Which one came out first, the GameCube or the PS2?
PS2.
Then yeah, it was PS2 with Kingdom Hearts.
That was your first game, your first console that you played?
I think so.
Oh.
That I can remember. Anyways.
Do you know what the first console I ever played was?
It was either was it Sega related? Or no, was it a NES? No. Super
Atari
Nintendo.
2600.
Atari. Oh wow.
Yes, my cousin had it, and he lived with because my dad lived with his mom, and was it I can't remember, but he had one over there at their house, and every time I go to my dad's, I would play it over there. I remember playing Donkey Kong, Mash is the one I really remember, and Pong, as well as Pac-Man, I think it was.
Mm.
And then my first one was an NES, and I got my NES in 89. I want to say it was 89. So I remember getting my Super Nintendo. I want to say it was 92, 92. It was 92 or early night or 93. I don't remember.
And now they're
It
calling
was.
people born in the 90s old. Yeah,
Yeah, I was born in the 80s. Born in the 80s, bruh. Born in the 80s.
both of my brothers and sister were 80s.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. The watcher goes, did you guys hear about the UK getting a potential Lord of the Rings land? Sounds sick. Imagine going to Rivendell. Yes.
It
If
does
they
sound
do
very
it
cool.
correctly and not on Amazon's BS,
Yeah.
if they do it on Peter Jackson's original real Lord of the Rings, if they base around that like they did with the
Hobbit
Harry
movies
Potter, with
too.
the real Harry Potter, not this new nonsense,
Yeah.
I'm really I will travel to the UK again just to go to that.
That'd be awesome. I like the Hobbit movies too. I mean, the Lord of the Rings trilogy is a masterpiece.
Yep.
I love the first Hobbit movie. I like the second one. The third one, I don't know. They should have went practical for like the orcs and everything, but they went CG, and it's like, they put a lot more effort into the Lord of the Rings trilogy than the Hobbit trilogy. But they're not bad movies. They're just
Right.
nothing compared to the Lord
I
of the
don't
Rings.
even remember if I saw the final Hobbit movie. I just remember they would come out around November-ish,
Mhm.
and the first Hobbit and the second Hobbit came out while I was still working at Best Buy, and Denny's had a Hobbit menu, and all of us, when we'd close, because we'd get out of there at like 1 a.m. So all of us as a group, it was guys from gaming, home theater, computers, appliances,
Mhm.
whatever. We'd all go and invade the local Denny's, and I would order everything from the Hobbit menu. Every time I go in, we'd order
Mhm.
from the Hobbit menu. It was
I will say
freaking fantastic.
I freaking love the GameCube Hobbit video game. I grew up with that game. I played that as a kid, and I love it, dude. I have a physical
It
copy of it
was
in the basement.
awful.
No, I love it.
No,
I
the
love
Lord of
that
the
game.
Rings games, the EA Lord of the
Those
Rings games,
those were good. Those
those
were really
were
good.
those were bangers.
Yeah, I
And
still love the Hobbit
unfortunately, there
game.
was no
I don't care.
Fellowship of the Ring.
I still love the Hobbit game. I freaking love it, but I love Lord of the Rings games too. My brother had, I remember in his room playing it on the PS2, playing Return of the King, and I remember the fight directly against the what are the ghost guys' names? I don't know. I don't remember the
Wraiths,
names.
ring wraiths.
No, not the ring wraiths. They help them, like Aragorn and them go. Aragorn, Legolas, and
Oh, the
Gimli
ones
go to
from
them.
the yeah.
Yeah, the ghosts. Yeah, those
Well,
guys. Yeah, I
I'm brain
remember
farting
having
on
to
them.
fight. I remember having to help him fight the dang king or something stupid, and it was hard as crap. It
Okay,
was super
I gotta
difficult.
Google that. Gotta look that up.
Yeah, the Shadow Mordor or Shadow War are really good games too. Those were good games. Too bad they licensed the system that they used in Shadow War, so other companies couldn't use it because it was pretty cool.
It was the Dead Men of Dunharrow,
Okay.
not the Nazgul. Those are the bad guys. Those are Black Riders. Those are Nazgul.
Yeah.
But yes, the Dead Men of Dunharrow.
I should really buy that trilogy on 4K. I
You
really
know,
should.
I have,
It really
when
is
they
the best
first
trilogy.
released them on DVD, the extended editions.
Yeah. Hmm.
I have those. I don't have them on Blu-ray. I do have them on DVD. And they, not too long ago, they did a thing where they had all three in the theaters
Mm-hmm.
for whatever the anniversary was. Not too long ago. It was years ago. And I wanted to go, but I couldn't. But I had to, because I had to work, and it was only in for a couple days.
Oh,
But now, if they do it again, I will go 12 hours. I will sit in a
so crazy,
theater
dude.
and watch it.
When my brother started dating his wife, he made her watch those extended editions with him. uh, another anniversary. The end of this month is the Revenge of the Sith 20th anniversary. I kind of want to go see it. I might go see it.
I saw it in theaters.
I did too, but I very very vaguely remember it because since I was so little. So
I
yeah.
I was the only one who liked Star Wars out of my friend group, and during the summer or on the weekends, we would walk to the movie theaters because we had a movie theater not too far from us, and we would walk down there. And they're like, "Oh, are we really gonna see this?" I'm like, "Yes, this is what I want to see." And we're like, "Okay." So we all went to go see it, and they were making fun of me, but I was like, I loved it. So I was one of those, because of where I was born. I was born in 83. So I was born after Return of the Jedi had come out. So I didn't get to see any of them in theaters. So mine in theater experiences were the prequel trilogy. Sequel trilogy doesn't exist.
Yes.
So there's only 6 Star Wars movies.
Rogue One?
That's a point of contention.
There's 7. We can act like George Lucas made it. It's fine.
Okay. I'll give you that one because Rogue One was a good
only
movie.
that one. Yeah, only that one.
And because I know how much you love The Acolyte, we won't talk about that.
Yeah, it's a masterpiece, dude.
I don't know what's worse, The Acolyte or Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan was terrible.
Acolyte.
I actually think Book of Boba Fett was better than Obi-Wan.
At least Obi-Wan, you got the same actors back. Acolyte was just stupid and dumb and something new that nobody gave a little living crap about. At least we can look up on YouTube and appreciate certain clips from Obi-Wan, despite it not having any rewatchability because of a bunch of nonsense. But whatever.
So there's actually a couple comments here that I want to answer. So Retro Lad goes, Logan, what's the hardest games you played as a kid? Mine was Super Star Wars games, Lost Levels, The Lion King, and okay, those are Super Nintendo games. I was on Nintendo, so I can name a ton of games. Ninja Turtles, Ninja Gaiden. You want me to name more? Because those 2 right away. Contra, pick a Contra.
Screw Ninja Gaiden. Oh wait, never mind. The original. I was thinking of the other one. The first newer one ticked me off. That game was hard.
So, and the Watcher goes, 3 trilogies I had to own on physical. The prequels, Lord of the Rings, Sam Raimi, Spider-Man. Can't help it. They're a must. I agree. Yep, now, you're also missing one of the greatest movie trilogies of all time. Back to the Future.
I knew you were going to say that. Yep.
I'm a huge Back to the Future fan.
Great trilogy. Although I'm not as big on the third one as the first 2.
Most people aren't, and I'm okay with that. See, my favorite trilogies are Lord of the Rings, Back to the Future, and Ninja Turtles. Spider-Man I would put up there, but again, we just said 3. Okay. So
even if
yes,
Turtles
Turtles 3 and Back to the Future 3 were rough.
Yeah.
But still, I enjoyed them.
Yep.
But you want to know, all those came out before you were born.
Even if they did, it doesn't mean I haven't seen them and don't like them. Of course I like them. It's pop culture,
you just proved it. Lord of the Rings came out before you were born.
It didn't.
You just said it. I said all those came out before you were born. You're like, so?
Well, I guess I really am a child.
You are. You are. You'll actually live to see.
What if let's say one of these days, let's just say theoretically, I get married, right? Am I a child still?
Yes.
Well,
yes. I am significantly older than you, and I will always call you a kid.
Fine. Then Nick gets the invite now, not you, Logan. I'm kidding.
Oh wow.
I'm kidding.
I would say I'm not going to invite you to my wedding, but I'm already married, and to our vowel renewal, because we plan on doing that. I think for our 10th anniversary.
That's cool.
So, nope, can't say The Godfather. You know why? Because I don't like mob movies. I do not like. Wow. Back to the Future 3 is actually your favorite. Okay.
Wow.
You know what? It's got its merit. It's not my favorite, but it's got its merit. It was a fun movie. So I don't blame you if you liked it. Plus, I love the train.
I will say, I don't know about you because I know you're a massive Power Rangers guy, but I have a very guilty pleasure for that last movie they made. This podcast will be all yours. Just it'll be all. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
That's good.
Okay, for people who are just listening to this, Dave says, one day, D-Man, this podcast will be all yours. Just have to be old enough to have it. You're just, well, one day.
Wow.
Okay, I'll let you host it the day you go through puberty. Once you have a full beard, then you can host it.
I don't want a full beard.
You're just saying that because you can't grow one.
I could. Listen. I have to shave my face. It grows, but I shave it. I like it. It's not there. Listen, there is hair here. Okay, you just can't see it because of the lighting and everything.
Uh-huh.
And it does grow, but I shave it. I don't
No, you
clean
don't.
shave it completely. Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
I swear I do. I swear.
No.
I don't. I just don't want
You
to grow
cannot
it.
grow.
I don't want to grow beard.
I would put money on it that you can't grow a beard.
I mean, I'm probably gonna if I like didn't shave for a year or something, but I'm not
A
doing
year?
that. I don't know. I'm
A
not
year?
doing it. I don't know.
It takes like I'll shave completely, and within like
Never
a
had a
week or so,
beard.
I'll look like this again. Like shaving bald, it grows back quicker than trimming it. Oh, there you go. Okay, they're telling you to grow it.
No, I'm not growing it, man. No, not my thing.
But oh, look, Dave's giving you a nice little compliment. D-Man, you helped make this show. You're awesome, young man.
I appreciate that. Thanks, Dave.
Well, we wouldn't have a show if otherwise it's just me talking to a camera by myself.
Show would be over.
Yeah, it'd be like, hey, everybody.
This is a podcast with one guy. This is a podcast, right? I think
that would just be a live stream.
Yeah, literally.
It'd just be a live stream. So yeah, we're just going on nonsense. We're about an hour and a half in, and we're still going. It's 11 o'clock. Right. I'm fine with that.
Right. Favorite cartoon?
What's your favorite cartoon?
We're not including anime, so because that's Japanese. That's different. Favorite cartoon, American made.
Do I really have to answer that?
It's harder for me because
I mean, like, my two favorites are Ninja Turtles and He-Man.
I've been watching.
I like original He-Man and 2002 He-Man.
I've been watching.
Revelation can go suck a nut.
I've been watching Batman Beyond again. It's really good.
Batman Beyond was really good.
Yeah, it's so
good.
But
what's your favorite? Like
that's where it's so tough.
The one you put above all. Ninja Turtles. I love He-Man. Love He-Man.
There's so many that I like. Would put that.
Ninja Turtles. OG Ninja Turtles.
I'm trying to think back. Maybe Ben 10? Maybe? I really like Ben 10. I don't know.
Wow, you are a child. Yeah, I just saw our viewer number collapse as soon as you said, I like Ben 10.
Ben 10 was good, bro.
Everybody left.
Batman Beyond was really really good too, though. I've been watching that. It's just like I grew up, I don't count Dragon Ball Z, I don't count Naruto. Like I grew up watching those.
Those
are anime, exactly. So I'm like, what cartoons really like?
2003 Turtles was fantastic.
That is a really good one.
You want to know you were born in 2004? You said.
Okay.
I know. I just keep changing the date every time. You're gonna forget what year you were born at one point. It's like, when was I born?
Oh my goodness! I can't believe SpongeBob is still going. That's actually crazy. Yeah, it still makes new stuff, which is crazy, and it's terrible.
So does South Park.
That is true.
South Park came out when I was a kid.
So does Family Guy. So I mean,
so's the Simpsons.
Simpsons
came out. I think Simpsons came out. When did Simpsons come out? I think it is older than me.
Was it real? Is it really from? It's that old? No way.
Simpsons came out in. What year was it? Simpsons came out. First episode was 36 seasons, 784. No, 1989. 1989. Okay. I honestly thought it was older. No, I am 6 years older than The Simpsons.
Simpsons is almost 40 years old.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep. And South Park. Let me see.
97, I think.
90. I wanted to say 96. Let me see. South Park came out in The Spirit of Christmas, released in 92 and 95. So they originally did Spirit of Christmas, which was the first two, which was this first South Park animated short, and then it became the pilot episode for the show in '95.
You know, a really good cartoon that I loved that I was hoping that DC would do in live action, and then they have failed me time and time again, and I hope they don't this time. But I'm giving them one more chance. Oh, that's freaking that's a really good one. But I was gonna say Justice League Unlimited because I love that cartoon.
Well, it looks like the new Superman movie might be Justice League Unlimited with all the characters are in it. They got Mr. Terrific, Guy Gardner, and Hawk
Girl. They got some cool stuff. You're right, but they got to build that universe first. Still, even though those characters are in there. They got to take their time here with this universe, or I'm out.
Wow, he was 7 months old. Seven. Okay. I didn't realize my audience was so young.
Retrolad's in his 30s, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've actually looked at my demographic. It ranges from I think from like
25
to 35. So it's the key demo. My audience is the key demo, but not as many people that are my age. Wow, Mask. Yes. I didn't watch Mask. No, I watched there was like Exo Squad came out. Ronin Warriors doesn't count because it was anime. So, and then there was Skeleton Warriors. That was cool. Dino Riders. I was a huge Dino Riders fan. I had like all the toys, and now I don't have any of them. I wish I had kept all my Dino Riders stuff. Do you know what Dino Riders is, D-Man?
I don't think so. No.
Oh my god. Oh no.
I know what Street Sharks is.
Oh, that's cool. They were Ninja Turtle ripoff.
That is true. Yeah.
Harness the power, Dino Riders. All right. So let me see if I can pull up and go to image search. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna show you this.
Not a cartoon, but I love the Small Soldiers movie still to this day.
Yeah, that was I
like it.
That came out when I was still kind of older. Let me share this.
Definitely not me.
So this is Dino Riders. So I grew up on these. I had so many of these toys. I'd get the packs. I had everything you see in this image. I had. One year for Christmas, I got this Diplodocus, and they all open up, and you can put all the little characters in here. All the red missiles fire. I had all that stuff. The Raptor, so cool. All these toys.
Toys used to be awesome.
Like I've always been obsessed with dinosaurs. So, and even trying to find it like 600.
I mean, obviously, I had all these game you love playing so much.
You want to know what's nuts? You see this 2-pack right here?
Yeah.
You see this and this one right here?
Yeah.
You see those?
You have them.
That's all I have left of my Dino Riders. Right there.
Oh. Wow.
So, yeah. I had so many of these, and these are the only things that made it throughout the years. And my favorite was this one right here. He was a hammerhead shark. That was one of my favorites. Yeah.
Fun fact: next year, Pokemon will be 30 years old.
Oh yeah, because when it came out in Japan, I was like, "What?"
About 96. Yep.
Yeah, here it came out what 99, 98.
I think 98.
Yep. I remember. Oh, because I got Pokemon Yellow came out in 99, right?
Yes.
I would say yes. I think that's when it came out because that was the first one I got. I got Yellow. My friend got Red, and then I went and got Blue once later on when I could afford it. So, but man, and speaking of Pokemon, I bought some of the new cards. I got a stack right here of all the fancy.
You know what? I'll be out Saturday. I might actually buy a few packs or something.
I've sold off a ton of my Magic because I stopped buying Magic now, and I was just collecting up so much, and I was like, all right, let's sell some stuff. And Pokemon I don't play, so Magic I only keep what I play now. But Pokemon, I just decided to buy some of these new packs.
Yeah.
And I was like, I got some pretty cool stuff. One of the cards I got is like about $30, and I was like, okay, that's cool. Like almost every card there is like $5 to $30. It's really cool.
I just am always proud of the fact that I have, base set 1 completed,
With that Charizard?
Yeah. The base set
Ah,
one.
remember when that was worth like $1,000+?
Yeah.
Now it's only what, 300? That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I have some of the other older sets too, but the base set one, you know, you can't go wrong with the original.
Yeah,
first.
all I have is I have 2 binders, one with Japanese stuff.
Not really cool. But
I got
a few
these
years
at
back,
it's a Pokemon store.
I've
that
always kept this graded. This is base set 2, but this my brother got me before he moved to India. He got me this for my last birthday before he
That's
left.
cool.
So PSA 7. I like it. I love it.
So, but I enjoy Pokemon because I've always liked Pokemon.
Yeah.
But I tried to play for a little bit, and
I did at one point.
Like, after playing Magic, Pokemon's is very
so easy.
simple.
Very simple, yes. Because I played Magic a little with my brother-in-law at one point, and a little more complicated. Pokemon's so easy compared to it.
Yeah, I played Magic since 98, 99. I played Yu-Gi-Oh for about 2 to 3 years when it came out, from 2002 to 2004.
I actually binged both OG Yu-Gi-Oh and Yu-Gi-Oh GX within the past couple of years, because I
remember doing that.
I wake up to throwing up. I throw on cartoons in the morning before work. You know, still kind of like being a kid or whatever. And I finished both of those for that. Now, right now, I'm working on Batman Beyond. After that, I don't know what I'm gonna watch yet. I'm not too sure what's next. What cartoon? Always throw a cartoon on in the morning though, and binge it.
Wow, yeah. I never thought John would do this. He says, I sold all my Pokemon cards, including my OG, and took the money to the bank. Now, there was a point where every time he'd get a new pack and he'd get some crazy pulls, he would send me the pictures. He would send me, and I'm like, there were cards, hundreds of dollars in just single cards. And then, like, he told me how much they were worth, and I just went
crazy.
Yep. So, and well, I guess that's the thing now. I don't know. He probably could have bought himself a car back then.
Yeah.
But,
it's crazy to me anymore. Like people who actually kept all their collections that they grew up with, and then 2020 2021 area, once the craze hit, man, and just sold it all and made tons and tons and tons of money. Man, if only people would have knew. Same with games and stuff, all the retro games and everything, man.
Retro, that's actually a pretty good question. He says, Logan, what's your favorite Final Fantasy or RPG if you like Final Fantasy? Oh, yeah, my boy, you should have been following the channel a lot longer. Can I do this? Let me see if I can. Yeah, no,
this is a tattoo. Yeah. I have not seen this tattoo.
Okay, this is gonna be weird because I don't know if I can get it on camera. Hold on, I'm gonna have to take off the headset.
Yep. That's cool.
Final Fantasy VIII is my favorite RPG, one of my favorite games of all time. Top 5 games of all time, it's up there. I'm a huge Final Fantasy VIII fan. Massive.
That's like me with Kingdom Hearts. But Final Fantasy VII's up there for me too, with Kingdom Hearts. So as like my favorites ever when it comes to RPGs.
I prefer my turn-based RPGs, and I really fell in love with Final Fantasy VIII. The characters, it's the only Final Fantasy game besides I think I beat 7 twice, but Final Fantasy VIII at least a good 3, maybe 4 times over the years.
Here's a question. How do you feel about if Star Wars is in Kingdom Hearts 4?
I don't give a crap about Kingdom Hearts anymore.
Hey, that's fair.
I
want to see
I played one. So my story with Kingdom Hearts, I got when it was originally released, got all the way to Ansem, I just kept getting wrecked on his 3rd form. And then I put it down for a little bit and I said, okay, let me come back in a few days and come back to it with a fresh start, right? Maybe I can take out Ansem. I booted it up, put in my memory card, corrupt file.
Oh, no.
You know when I went back to beat it again? You know what year it was?
No.
2020.
Oh my gosh.
So I bought the 3-pack for PS4, and even though I already bought Kingdom Hearts 3 on Xbox One, the special edition and everything when it came out. Never played it. So I bought that 3-pack, went back and beat 1, got halfway through 2, and then I moved up here and never continued it once I moved.
Wow. That sucks too, because 2 is a masterpiece. That's my favorite game of all time.
But I did watch all the videos because if you buy the that 3-pack, it comes with the disc for all the PSP and DS versions remastered with all the cutscenes.
Yeah.
So I did watch all those. What a convoluted mess Kingdom Hearts is.
Fun fact, yeah. Fun fact, I have no idea. I've never been to this convention, but I found my buddy sent me this. I'm like,
yes,
what
Jim,
the heck?
We're still live.
So let's see if you can see that. I am in there for an advertisement for a convention with my Sora.
Oh, the Sora.
Yeah. I'm like, what the heck?
So wait, did you say yes to being in that ad?
No, I didn't. I should get a free ticket. I should message them and be like, hey.
Yeah, I would say something because they used your likeness without you asking.
That is very true. Yeah.
And it's not like you're a nobody. You actually have a channel.
That is true.
So you're like, hey, you're doing something here. You get if they give you a free ticket, I would be like, okay, sure, no problem.
Yeah. Something. Where are we at?
So wait, I'm missing chat here. Where are we going? Yes, Jam, we're still live. Retro Lad says my rank of Final Fantasy, Logan, is 9, 7, 10, 6, 12, 16, 8. Okay, you're fired. I love 9. 7 is, I like 7. It's really overrated. I would say 8, 10, 9, 7. I don't like any of I didn't like 13 or 15. Any of the turn-based one, the non-turn-based ones, like I didn't like 12.
I'm not big on turn-based games, but I like 7
because it's because of your age.
Yeah. Yep.
And then Watcher goes, he asked me, have you guys played TMNT Shredder's Revenge?
Amazing
I
game.
just restarted it. I'm excited for Marvel Cosmic Invasion.
Yep.
Really?
We talked about it last week, actually.
Have I played it? I have every special edition.
He's sitting in a Ninja Turtles chair. He's
with
like
the Ninja Turtles
tattoo
that's on the other side of that leg that I just showed you. I have a Ninja Turtles tattoo.
He has never played Ninja Turtles. No.
I have beaten the game completely 4 times, and now I'm getting all the other characters up to level 10.
I can understand him asking me, though. But you're wearing Ninja Turtles. You're sitting in a turtle. You have turtles behind you. Like, do I have to put my turtle's hat on?
Yeah, I've beaten it 4 times completely. I've maxed out 4 characters at level 10 on Switch, 1 character on Xbox, and 1 character at 10 on. Did I max it out on PlayStation yet? I don't know, but I've played. I beat it 4 times on Switch now. No, I beat it 5 times and once on Xbox. So I beat it 5 times, all the way through. Yeah, that is that, and I think some of my most played games have been that, and Streets of Rage 4, and Contra Operation Galuga. I beat that 3 times. And those, yeah, you can see the type of gamer I am. I love my retro stuff, and I love modern retro, like games that are inspired by retro.
It's funny. I mean, I didn't rebuy tons and tons of retro stuff till like it started getting a little more popular, and I was like, man, I want all my stuff back. You know?
Yes, Squall is my favorite, with Zell being my second favorite, and Renoa, Quistis, Irvin. Yeah, basically anybody from 8. Yes, and I like Titus. I call him Titus from 10. I don't call him Titus. And the laugh. Okay. I know you know that one.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, if you haven't played Streets of Rage 4, what are you waiting for? I've got it on every console, and I've got 2 special editions and the big statue thing. But one of my friends, he was the one who started the channel with me. Was my best man, one of my best men. I had 2. Richard Litch, he's got over 1,000 hours in Streets of Rage 4. He's beaten on the hardest difficulty at least a dozen times.
Wow.
Yeah. he's played that more than I've played Shredder's Revenge, but even though it came out like a year and something before, so. But yes, I'm really looking forward to Marvel Cosmic Invasion. Yeah, I'm gonna tear it up with Wolverine, tear it up with Captain America, tear it up with Venom, and then tear it up with Spider-Man, and then I'll play the other characters.
Maybe I can play that at PAX East. We'll see.
Yeah, that'd be cool. And that's one of those games I will probably buy digitally and physically, and if there's a special edition, get it as well, because I will have it on the Switch too, and it's not one of those that I want to swap out like Turtles. Like Shredder's Revenge, I have every physical version, but I also have digital on every console as well. Xbox, because it's still on Game Pass, but PlayStation, I think I only own it physical, and then I only own it physical on PlayStation. But Switch, yeah, digital and physical. So yeah, I play the snot out of that game.
Dude, your shirt is sweet too. I just noticed that as well.
Last Ronin.
Yeah, it's so cool. I hope whatever they're doing movie wise that they don't screw it up, because I have the book as well, and it was great read. I have the individual books. I have the I don't know if you can see it. It's in this stack right here. I have the compendium or whatever you want to call it, the graphic novel version, and then I have the special edition director's cut of it, and then I have Last Ronin 2, and I can't remember if I got the special edition of that. My wife just went nuts one year for Christmas and bought them all for me. I think that was last year, like 2023. I want Turtles to have a comeback, man. It's so bad.
Yeah, because Mutant Mayhem is trash.
And Michael Bay
Michael Bay's Turtles are better than Seth Rogen's. I saw a meme today because I follow a lot of Turtles pages, and one guy posted pictures from the first Ninja Turtles movie, said a group of heroes fighting teenagers that steal things, and then it just says a group of teenagers that steal things. For the Mutant Mayhem, they stole stuff. They were a group of ninja teenagers that stole stuff. And in the originals, they fought a group of teenagers that stole stuff. And I'm like, the new ones are such trash. They have no morals. Splinter is a joke. He's a race peddler. I'm like, really, Seth Rogen? You're an awful piece of trash injecting your horrendous politics into Ninja Turtles. There's a reason the toys are at Five Below.
I never watched it. So.
And go to Ollie's. All the new Ninja Turtle stuff is at Ollie's.
I know a lot of people who liked that movie though, but I know you hate it, so I don't know, man.
It's trash. It flopped.
They're
like, oh no, it made more than it cost. Yeah, but if you're including marketing, and basically it broke even, and that's considered a flop. You can't break even and be successful.
Some people.
That's why we're not getting another movie. You got the TV show. It was cheaper to make an animated one.
Gotcha.
Nope, good. He's the Watch says, I don't like Rogen's TMNT so far. I love Donnie though in that. I don't like any of them. The Raph is terrible, and anytime they give Raph the full head bandana, you know it's going to be trash, because Raph needs a real
it is. And they mentioned, is the last Ronin video game still happening?
Yes, it's in development. Like they're making sure it's it'll probably be end of this year, sometime next year. Man. If it doesn't get pushed back, but
hope they don't screw it up.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really dark, and it's supposed to play like Arkham, like the Arkham games, the good ones.
I'm happy with that then. Definitely. So, I can see that.
Dude, they didn't make he goes, Retrolad says they made April ugly. What happened to her? No, they didn't make her ugly. They made her shape of a pine cone that vomits on everything. She became a fugly pine cone. It was an insult. And it's like, hey, Gingers, you know what? We hate you. We're going to take away another one. And don't get me on that. I pissed me off. So, what I said? Okay. I am calmed down now. And the watcher goes, Campia said Ronin movie is supposed to be filming this year. That is true. That's what I heard. Yes. Rogen's TMNT is so bad.
I just forgot it existed.
Which
I never watched it. The Seth Rogen one. I was gonna watch it. I just forgot that it existed.
I do.
As of right now, the original trilogy. Well, I was going to say that's all that exists to me, but never mind. I mean, I don't completely hate the Michael Bay movies, but I don't love them. They have some good stuff in them to make them
Bebop and
kind of
Rocksteady
fun.
were really good.
Yeah, absolutely. They nailed that.
And I'm so glad they decided to go with proper, sort of proper Baxter, because if you ever read the comics, that's what he was like. And the only thing is Tyler Perry's a little too big.
Yeah.
But he played the perfect Baxter from the comics. Like that was Baxter. I just didn't like the backstory. Krang was pretty cool. Don't get me wrong. I did like the Technodrome. I liked that stuff. Mm-hmm. It's just the turtles. I wasn't a big fan of them being hulking giants.
Yeah. They need to do it. Just do it accurate again, man. If you're gonna bring back Ninja Turtles,
the 07 was great. TMNT's that
great.
was really good. Yeah.
Yep. I love that movie.
But I can go on and talk about, like, if I wanted to, I can create an entire Ninja Turtles channel and just talk about it. I did have the Turtle Tuesday videos, and every time I do Ninja Turtles anything, I put it up on Tuesday and tag it Turtle Tuesday.
Yeah, forget the Nintendo Switch too. We talked about that for like 10 minutes. We'll talk about Turtles for an hour. It's been almost 2 hours though, dude. We gotta end. Wow. I gotta go to bed. I gotta go to bed.
It's almost 11:30.
Yeah, I gotta get ready for bed.
That is true.
I did not think we would go for almost 2 hours. Like, that's insane.
Have we ever gone over 2 hours?
Maybe with 3 of us.
I think we've done it with guests.
We absolutely have with at least 3 people. With 2 people though, I don't think we ever have. I don't think we ever did. I think we've gotten.
I know I did with. I know Nick and I have a couple times.
Yeah,
but I don't think you and I can. Do you think we can go 9 more minutes to make it over that 2 hour mark? Or you're like, no, I need to sleep. I'm not
tired or anything. It's just like having to be up at 7. I generally like to go to sleep around midnight. Tomorrow's Friday though, which is cool. So I mean, I get to sleep in Saturday, but still.
Wait, what is it? Joe did 4 hour Snyder cut. Oh, what do you call it? He did the reaction. Have you ever watched a Snyder cut of
I did once.
Justice? I can't.
It's
too long and it's boring.
Yeah, there's a lot of good in it, but man, that first half, it's rough.
6th grade is rough for D-Man. Let him go to bed.
Do you want to give me a baby toy to shake around too or something?
Yes, dude, that looks really weird. That looked really weird. I don't want to know what you're doing.
What do you mean? What am I doing?
The way you were shaking your hand there looked kind of weird. Is that what you kids do? Is that what you kids do these days? In 6th grade? Wait, how old do you have to be in 6th grade? Oh, look, you even have your little baby bottle.
I don't know, like 12.
6th grade. What? 6th grade for me was what, 90s?
Just give me an ID with
12,
green. Just give me the ID in green crayon that says I am 12. Maybe someone will believe it.
I'm sorry, I don't have crayons. I'm sure you do.
Probably in the art room, my mom's art area.
Yes, 12. See, now I have my art supplies in the garage and some on the back. No, I moved them all to the garage. I used to have some in here. I only have my sketchbook in here, and I have some pens and pencils and stuff like that. I have my art pens over there, and a sketchbook in my bedroom. So
I'm actually in 4th grade.
I'm actually a professional artist. What? Oh, D-Man is actually in 4th grade. Wait, I thought you said you were in 6th. How old are you, D-Man? Like 5? 6?
I don't know
7?
how old I am anymore.
12.
I forgot my age. My brain ain't there yet.
What's my age again? What's my age again? Do you know that song, Blink 182?
Of course I do.
Okay, you were born like after it came out.
Apparently.
Yeah. I figured you meant Jedi Joey, Retro Lad. Did a 4-hour Legions podcast as long as a Snyder. You need to be his. Dude, I mean, 4 hours. I think the longest I've ever been was 2.5 hours. and that wasn't here. I think the longest I've ever gone was around 2 hours, but 2.5 was side scrollers. I think it was 2.5 something. It was when I was on side scrolls. That was it. I don't usually sit that long just because it ends up. I'm not a big fan of sitting in front of a camera that long. But it depends if I'm playing something. I might, when Oblivion comes out, I might run one of those.
I did a 10-hour stream with Monster Hunter when it came out.
10-hour?
Yeah, just a couple food breaks when Monster Hunter came out. Yeah, that weekend. Yeah.
Did you get monetized for it?
No.
You did a 10-hour one and didn't get monetized?
No, not enough views, man. Not enough viewers. I need all them hours.
Oh, how many more hours you need?
Like 660. It's absurd.
Everybody, go watch his stuff. Watch his live streams. Watch his videos. Just put them on. Just set it up on your computer and then just let it run through. Just let it run through.
Go find the 10-hour stream of Monster Hunter Wilds and just put it on mute and let it run. Let it roll.
It's actually better to do it on your regular videos because then each one gets another view instead of just one view.
Well, okay, yeah, that is also true. Well, check out my latest videos too. I wouldn't be able to do a 24-hour stream because I don't have the time for that. And if it was on a weekend, regardless, it will mess me up because I only get Saturday and Sunday every week. And I couldn't do it a Friday night. I'd get way too tired after work eventually. And I couldn't do it a Saturday night into Sunday. There's absolutely no way. I could not do a 24-hour stream ever unless I had time off.
I appreciate that, Big Migs. He says he appreciates my videos. I appreciate that. Thank you. I will say, I don't know if I can do more than that. I don't think 4 hours is pushing it. 4 hours is
if it's something I really love. Like I did the same thing with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth when it came out. I did a 12-hour stream that weekend. It's just, it depends on how much I love something, man.
You do
like if
know
I'm really hyped, like
YouTube doesn't like sending me your streams. It just started sending me your videos, and I watched your last 2 videos, and then I went to my regular account that isn't Red Bandana Gaming, the one that I've always had forever, and then I watched them again. So, well, actually, I put them on after I watched them, and then just let them so I could give you the watch hours. So, hey, I know you need them, and okay. Okay, it is a great control. The Wolverine V3, yeah, just the white was an issue. So it's funny that the majority of my audience, when it comes to my regular videos, is either Xbox or controllers. But I do so much Nintendo stuff. But on our podcast, I don't think we ever talk about controllers. It's always hardware, news, what we're playing, and then nonsense at the end.
We don't know controllers like you do. You're the mastermind.
Yeah, but I do controllers all day. So during the podcast, I like to talk about industry stuff. So it's more fun because I'm like, and come on, how many people would watch a controller podcast? Oh, thank you, Big Migs. Appreciate that. We've got another new member. I think that allows me to add another emoji. Thank you so much. I'm gonna see if I can add it because I know we now have the pickle D-man. Did I call it the Pickle D? Is that what I called it? Pickle D?
Yeah.
So we got Pickle Gabe, Pickle D, and then Pickle Nick. There's no pickle version of me. You will not get a pickle log. I don't know if we're gonna call it that. But thank you for becoming a member, Big Migs. I appreciate it. And then what are we saying here? How do you feel about the GameCube controller only playing? How about Retro? You watch that video. I put it up. The video went live while we were streaming.
And we did talk about it as well already.
Yeah. So, I actually put that video up while we were streaming because I meant to put it up earlier today, but I lost track of time and I was recording that. Oh, wow. Thank you, Big Migs. Thank you so much. I need to make a new animation. I keep forgetting to make the animation, but there is a member animation that I do have. I just need to edit it. But thank you so much. Thank you for being so generous and sending out 5 more. Now that might give me another emoji. I gotta see. And now I'm going to make more. Thank you, Big Migs. I appreciate that more than you understand. Thank you, thank you. You guys, what is this? What are you saying? You guys think that rumor about Nintendo having a meeting to lower the price tomorrow? Yes, I think it's BS.
Yes,
Because
it's
of what
BS.
we said earlier today. Sorry, earlier this evening in the podcast.
The only things
Nintendo's
they are probably having meetings on is the tariff stuff, but now that's
yeah,
been paused. So
yeah.
now they are going to just go with their schedule and go with their plans. The only meetings they're having right now is on that, knowing that it's paused, and talking about what day are we going to set our pre-order date for the audience. That's basically
Yeah.
the only type of important meetings they're having right now for the Switch 2, now that their focus is off the tariffs and onto the console and preparing for the Switch 2's launch now.
And like we said, since they've rumor has it that there's already millions of units already here in the States with
I
a
believe it.
few more 100,000 plus units, hundreds of thousands sitting off the coast on their way. So we'll see that.
Yep. Oh, we hit 2 hours.
Big Mig says, just thank you, bro. I'm loving this controller. Perfect for my hands. The GameSir G7 SE gave me hand cramps. Wish you would let the pull rate be 1,000 hertz. Yeah, and a lot of people are still saying, I do want to address this one because I get this a lot. The GameSir controllers still have 1,000 hertz on Xbox. People are saying it doesn't. I plugged in mine and it still registers as 1,000 once you update it on your PC. But I will say the GameSir, I can understand how, depending on the size of your hand, why it won't feel as comfortable as the Wolverine V3 because it just wraps so perfectly. But that's a story for a video. But again, thank you. Is Nick coming back soon, Retro Lad? Yes, we did speak to him today. We were just talking to him, and he's going through some stuff that's making his life a little trying work stuff. He's doing okay besides that. But once things get back on course, he will be back. He'll be uploading videos again. I know he's only been uploading shorts, but that's about it. But Nick is not gone, no matter how much we joke about him. That's why we keep joking about him, so you guys don't forget that he exists. So, yes, we actually talked about that earlier, Watcher.
Switch 2 Lite.
Yeah, where we definitely think they're going to do a Switch 2 Lite. Yeah. Okay. Now Migs, about that. If you had already updated on your console, I mean on the PC, again, like I said, I just plugged it in the other day. It still says 1,000 hertz. So I'm not sure what people are saying. You cannot update it on the console. You cannot. It will not allow you to do it. But I think it's because I still had it. If you had updated it to 1,000 hertz before, it might be, but don't quote me on that. It still says 1,000 hertz when I did it the other day. So, yes, that's what I'm saying. Yep. That's what I did. I updated it on PC, plugged it in on the console, and it says 1,000 hertz. But you cannot change it on the console. Wouldn't that just be a Switch 1? No. The power's going to be the same. It's all just going to be in a little body, in a unibody, smaller, with a simpler LCD screen. I would say it'll be 1080 screen, but not HDR. And how about that? What do you think they would put in a Switch 2 Lite? 1080p screen, no HDR, no 4K, no dock. I still think they would do 256 gigs.
Yeah. I think you're right on all that.
You wouldn't have a C button.
Yep.
Because you would need a camera or need it to dock. Or the C button would only bring up online play without the camera. I don't know. That we'd have to see. Yeah, smaller screen. Definitely smaller screen.
We know they'll do this.
7.9, so it's going to be about, I would say, maybe a 6.5 inch screen. 6.5.
Well, we know they'll definitely do this too because they're going to make more sales by doing that. Because there's going to be a lot more people that get that. Yes, that's what I've heard. Probably it would be like
no haptics. Correct, no haptics. I agree. Or if they do haptics, it's going to be like HD. Because what are they calling now? HD2, HD Rumble 2. they'll put HD Rumble 1, or you're going to have light feedback around the grips. Maybe. I don't know, but yeah, we're talking about Jam says C button is online with the camera and the tablet, Wii U gamepad style. Okay. I don't know. We'll see, because we know that's 2 years down the line, because regular Switch came out in 2017. Switch Lite came out in 2019, and then OLED came out in 2021. Yeah, and an yep. You know what? All digital. I could see it being all digital.
A Switch Lite? Yeah, I could see it.
Yeah.
That'll save them money. Yep.
Yeah.
I could see it.
Yeah, pretty much Nintendo's version of the Slim. Steam Deck 2, I can give a crap because I have an Asus ROG Ally, and Microsoft is coming out with an Xbox handheld that is being made by Asus, and I will be picking that up.
Playing camera is terrible. Yep.
Yep, we mentioned that. It's 420p. 420p Yikes. Compared to Nintendo's being full 1080. But yeah. With that being said,
we're over 2 hours. Yeah.
2 hours, 5 minutes, 51 seconds. We're calling it. We're going to do that. There we go. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for the memberships. Thank you, Big Miz, for becoming a new member. Thank you all for joining us this long. And good night to everybody who's been here. Thank you throughout the night, and for all of you who are watching this afterwards, because one thing I've noticed, I love the fact when you guys join us here live, but I do appreciate each and every one of you who watch it afterwards, because the last episode we quadrupled our views.
It's awesome.
The next day. So thank you for watching it later on. I know we do it a little late, but I appreciate each and every one of you guys for joining us. God bless you all, and have a fantastic night. Is there anything you want to plug before we call it a night, D-Man?
I might have more Switch 2 videos coming soon.
Do it,
of course. And
all my videos have been Switch 2, so
and everybody's has. But hey, keeping on that trend, talking Switch 2, and more streams, in between when my internet allows it. Probably at the moment mostly Monster Hunter, but we got Expedition 33 not far away. I would like to stream that when it comes out as well. So yeah, that's where we're at.
So I plan on starting a new daytime live stream. It's called Logan's Lounge, everybody. So make sure you tune into that. My first one will be, I plan on seeing the Minecraft movie in the next couple days. And my first one's going to be a review on that. And then once the Oblivion remaster comes out, I'll be doing a live stream every day. And I will also have people joining me here and there, including D-Man and whatnot. We're going to be playing games on Logan's Lounge. Logan's Lounge is going to be like just a mishmash of all kinds of fun stuff. And then we'll still be doing these every Thursday night. So thank you guys so much. Again, God bless each and every one of you. Thank you all for joining us. Again, we cannot do this without you. And yeah, thank you guys so much. Have a great night. Be legendary. Thanks again. Legendary.